This is a shout out to all my angel investors out there following the rule of karma, sending 5% of their profits forward to help out somebody who doesn't see it coming, doesn't expect it, but needs it. And 5% of their profits back to the channel to say gratitude and thank you to the channel for all the free work and hard work that we do. This is a shout out for all of those angel investors that follow the rule of karma in January 2023. Shout out goes out to Kim Mares, Darren Abu, George Sotello, Jose Amaya, Mark Potter, somebody that goes by the name of On Mars in Caves, Philip DeSouza, Robert Lellis, Sabina Krupik, Thomas Brostrom Rich, and Winesso Tengande. Guys, if I didn't put your name on here and you were following the rule of karma in the month of January, please let me know. It was not intentional that we left you off the list. But with that said, my friends, blessings to you. May you get back tenfold what you're putting out there to the universe. It's people like you that warm my heart. Again, I love all of you. Later. This is the S&P 500 one-month overview reading for the month of March 2023. It's currently February 2nd, 2023, 4:49 p.m. Eastern Time. S&P 500 at the time of this reading in the extended hours is at 414.215. And the shuffle file that I'll play during this reading, it was created on January 21st, 2023 at 12:10 a.m. Eastern Time. So the overall theme and behavior for the month of March, we have a notable trade opportunity on standing out on a year-to-date chart, and a prominent move. It looks like a prominent move into like a trade opportunity, and then that's followed by a sharp decline. Looks like a market-wide decline. Obviously, it's the S&P 500, but usually when you see the universe card, it's a significant move that would stand out on at least a year-to-date chart. Behavior around the highest high. So when we're looking to determine if a price level could be a highest high for the month, that price level will have come out of a decline that ended with a fast sudden move to the upside. That fast sudden move to the upside would take us into the highest high. Behavior around the lowest low, we have a notable reversal that'll stand out in at least a one-month chart, but this is like a notable reversal, so it's not like we meet a bottom, we do sideways rotation for a while, some back and forth, and then we move to the upside. Like, no, there's a prominent reversal, like it'll stand out. Alright, so on the first we have a rally into a key resistance level on the scale of a 1 month. From that key resistance level we decline with consecutively lower spikes up on the way down. It looks like we have this chariot energy, which is one of the cards that really, the energy seems to be prolonged over more than one day kind of energy in a lot of cases. It's like an overarching kind of rally energy, and I see it all the way from the 1st into like the 14th roughly, so we should see like a sideways fluctuating rally into the 14th. The 14th is where most likely we see the highest high. I'm going to mark that off. Alright, so the 14th is most likely where we should see the highest high, and we should see a sideways fluctuating rally into that. So we see like this kind of like the upper end of like a fluctuation in this rally here when we hit resistance. It looks like we hit the resistance probably early in the day, and then we may come up against it again towards the end of the day. Hard to say without looking at the dailies. But towards the end, we sideways fluctuate into a key support level that'll stand out on a 1 month. That's a key support level on this on a scale of a 1 month here on the 2nd. And from that support level, there's a notable move to the upside. There's a significant trade opportunity on a 1 month scale there, or standing out on a 1 month chart, I should say. Key trade opportunity there on the 2nd, which I'll get into in the end of the video. But there's a prominent crest or peak there towards the end of the day on the 3rd, or end of the day on the 2nd or on the 3rd. On the 3rd, midday, we have a peak that's easily missed. Matter of fact, it looks like that there's a Prince or an Ace of Discs trade opportunity towards the end of the day at that peak or crest there. on the second or third. And then we have this easily missed peak that we sell off from through multiple support levels there on the third. On the sixth, more sideways fluctuation. Looks like a prominent crest again on the sixth. And another peak or crest that's easily missed towards the end of the day on the 6th. It's easily missed, and then there's another decline towards the end of the day through multiple support levels. On the 7th, Congress is highlighted. Looks like there's a rally that ends, a rally along a diagonal trend line early in the day that ends with a fast sudden move higher and then a breakdown through the diagonal trend line. A peak at the end of the day that's an easily missed opportunity followed by a sharp decline through multiple support levels. A more rally along a diagonal trend line early in the day on the 8th, but that ends with a fast sudden move higher and then a breakdown through that diagonal trend line again with increasing volatility on the way down. Looks like 3 pokes through the same price level towards the end of the day and a sharp drop. With a prominent trough for the month on the 8th and or on the 9th. And then we have another prominent peak or crest here on the 10th after a significant move to the upside followed by a sharp drop with a prominent trough. There's a lot of price movement on the 10th, guys. We should see a prominent crest and a prominent trough on the 10th. On the 13th, early in the day, there's a crest that looks like we revisit a crest that was recently a past opportunity. They met some erratic behavior back and forth through the same price level there on the 13th. On the 14th, there's a prominent high. This is most likely where the highest high is for the month. It looks like there's a significant trade opportunity and a drop towards the end of the day there on the 14th or into the 15th. We may see the high again on the 15th. Hard to say, but we're looking for a rally, like an Ace of Wands rally, that offers an opportunity to open up a short position. I'll get into that, but there towards the end of the day, it looks like, or maybe early in the day on the 15th is an opportune moment. I'll get into that towards the end of the video when I get into the best trades portion. Which is normally the paid portion of the monthly readings, because it's the S&P 500. We give it away for free, my friends. It looks like we probably hit that price level again on the 15th. We revisit a support level that was recently a past opportunity in the midst of a sharp decline there. On the 16th, and then on the 17th we move higher through resistance. We stay above it briefly, and then we break back down through the same price level shortly thereafter. There's a prominent trough for the month standing out on the 15th and the 16th, and then on the 17th a prominent crest again. In the midst of that move to the upside, followed by through resistance, and then we stay above it briefly, break back down with a full retracement back down to where that price level of the move to the upside started. On the 20th, we have a failed attempt to break through key resistance early in the day, a failed attempt to break through key resistance later in the day again, and then it's followed by a sharp decline through key support there. That's on the scale of a 1 month. Towards the end of the day on the 20th or into the day on the 21st, we decline through support and meet a second support and then rotate sideways along that support there on the 21st. Looks like we continue rotating sideways on the 22nd, and that sideways, that support level that we're rotating sideways along, it's like we're going back and forth through it, either being support or resistance, support, resistance, kind of back and forth through it between the 21st and 22nd, and then even in the 23rd. But it looks like towards the end of the day on the 23rd, there's a crest that we sell off from down to and through a support level. We do a U-shaped reversal below that support level, come back and reuse it as support, and it looks like on the 23rd or 24th, we have what appears to be the lowest low for the month. Yes, lowest low for the month there on the cusp of the 23rd and the 24th. And then on the 27th, looks like we rally higher. There's a prominent crest or peak there on the 27th, or maybe 20, could be the 28th. Looks like we do sideways rotation on the 27th along a key support. It looks like a big move out of the low off of key support on the 24th into the 27th, where we, again, at the upper end of the range, we have kind of key support there. And then that becomes an important price level there on the 27th, 28th. We rally in along a diagonal trend line into resistance. We break through that resistance, meet second resistance, and then we pull back to somewhere between those two price levels there on the 28th. And it's a key price level there on the 28th. Looks like we go to a lower price level, or lower. We have a lower resistance on the 29th. So we go from like this key technical price level on the 28th to a lower price level. It's hard to say if it's lower, but there on the 28th, 29th, there's like a key technical price level there and a prominent crest or peak. Sorry, matter of fact, that key price level ends up being towards the end of the day on the 29th. We're rallying along a diagonal trend line into the 28th, from like the 27th into the 28th, and then we break through resistance, and then meet a second resistance, and then pull back to somewhere between those two price levels. And there's that key price level there around like the 28th, the end of the 28th, or on the 29th. On the 30th, we declined through key support on the scale of a 1 month that we recently broke down through once before. Most likely there back around like the 23rd, 24th. And then we rally. We rally along a diagonal trend line early in the day on the 31st. On the 30th, with another decline through key support that we've declined through recently once before, and then again on the 30th we're rallying along a diagonal trend line into midday, followed by a decline through key support that we broke down through once before, and then we end the 31st rallying along a diagonal trend line again. Looks like we have a prominent crest or peak standing out again, probably a higher price level on the matter of fact, let me take a look at the 1 year and see where we're at. So March, we have this prominent trough in March, and then it looks like there's a notable move at a low towards the end of the month, like a breakout out of a low, or at the end of the month, a breakout that takes us into a higher price level in April, followed by a sharp decline there, it looks like. So we have a higher price level in April, but it's from a rally that extends out of the end, like a rally out of the end of March into April. All right, guys, that's the chart behavior of the S&P 500 for March 2023. Stay tuned. We're going to get into the best trades that we see for the month. Thanks for watching, my friends. Stay tuned. Okay, guys, here's where we get into the best trades that we see for the month of March. But before we do so, I just want to go over the rule of karma. It's an innate part of the channel, guys. Super important that you understand the rule of karma, because if you don't follow the rule of karma, you're setting yourself up for losses here. Like, you'd have to be crazy to think that I have the ability to predict the market like I do, but there's nothing that's got my back and just allows this information to be used by anybody. This information can be used to profit from by people who have angelic hearts, by people who take some of that money and they utilize it for the good of mankind. And that's the rule of karma. What we suggest is that you take 5% of your profits and you pay it forward. Somebody who needs it doesn't see it coming. Somebody that needs it and doesn't see it coming, they didn't do anything to get it. but it comes out of nowhere. You're an angel helping that individual out. If you can get away with them not even noticing that it was from you, that's the best kind of good deed, my friends, and it will stack karma chips for you. That's 5% of the profits. The other 5% of the profits, it's super important that you show your gratitude to the channel and to the universe for all the hard work that we do, and send 5% of those profits back to the channel. You go to the resource tabs of our website, Tarot for Traders. You can send 5% through PayPal or Cash App, either way. And we do a shout out at the end of the month for everybody that's following the rule of karma. All of those beautiful, beautiful angel investors is what I call them. So make sure that you do that, and whatever you do with that remaining 90%, my friends, make sure you spend it out of love. As long as you spend it out of love, the universe is going to send it back to you tenfold in all directions. That's the way that it works with the info on this channel, my friends. You're blessed to have found it. Make sure that you don't take it for granted. And guys, there's only one day. We live in a fractal reality. There's one day. It changes slightly every day we wake up. It's the same day. Slight permutations. What does that mean? That means that you don't put off the rule of karma. You do it every time you make money from this information. You follow the rule of karma. Otherwise, the flow of abundance will shut off. It's a mentality thing, my friends. So hopefully that's made sense to people. For all the new people, hopefully that's gotten through. And I am seeing a ton of beautiful people following through on that rule of karma. It's a beautiful thing to say. So with that said, guys, the best trades that I see, it looks like the high, we see a high here on the 14th, 15th. And what we're going to want to do is open up a short position to close on the 23rd, 24th. Matter of fact, it may even be on the 25th. Somewhere around the 23rd, 24th, 25th, there'll be a prominent low, and we're going to want to close out of that short position there. There's a quick long position that it could be opened on the 10th. In the midst of this crazy behavior, we go from a move to the upside to move to the downside. And there's a lot of ground cover there. We go from a prominent crest to a prominent trough there on the 10th. In the midst of that move to the downside, there's a good opportunity to open up a long position and sell it here at a highest high there on the 14th or the 5th, probably on the 14th. But they're on the 14th, 15th. Those are the best trades, guys, that we see for March. There are some other ones if you're looking for some quick trades, like you could open up a short, this would be a day trade. You could open up a long position, excuse me, at key support here early in the day on the second, and then towards the end of the day on the second, close it at a prominent crest or peak. You could open up a short position early in the day on the 6th at a prominent crest, close that short position at a prominent trough at the end of the day on the 7th, or again at the end of the day on the 8th, or mid-afternoon on the 8th. There's a day trade in here in the midst of a key resistance level that's highlighted, and then a sharp decline to a prominent trough there. There's a day trade, but then more importantly, is an opportunity to open up a long position to close there. You could probably close it on the 13th, 14th, or 15th. On the 14th, 15th, you could open up a short position, which you could then close quickly on the 16th, or you could hold it and close it again on the 20th, or you could hold it longer, close it for even more on the cusp of the 23rd, 24th, 27th, somewhere around there. And then we hit key resistance again, looks like on the end of the 28th into the 29th. There's a trade opportunity there to open up a short position, close that short position at a key technical price level towards the end of the, somewhere on the 30th, it looks like. Those are the best trades that we see for the S&P 500 for March 2023. My friends, make sure to follow that rule of karma every single time you profit from this information, or the universe will shut you off. It's wonderful to see more and more people doing this every day. It really warms my heart and shows me just how beautiful the world is. With that said, my friends, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.